welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing out there? Well, today we have my personal build, which is going to involve the H510 Elite Tower. We're going to be using the X570 Steel Legend, the Ryzen 5 3600 with the RX 580 Strix Edition. I haven't decided if I was going to vertical mount it yet. We're just going to do it as we go. We have 4 8 gig DDR4. We have the Kraken, the Thermatec PSU, 2 air fans, and we also will be using the T-Force RGB 250 gig SSD with a 4 terabyte HDD. You guys ready to get started? Here we go. We're going to start off with the motherboard first. Like I said, we have the ASRock X570 Steel Legend, which is Ryzen 3000 compatible. We now have the Ryzen 3600. Now remember, when you want to set the CPU, you make sure you line the triangle with the triangle on the board. You pick up the locking arm, you set the CPU into place. It should just fall in just like that. You make sure you want to look on the sides where there's no gaps or anything, and then lower the lever. And it should lock right in place just like that. Very easy. We're not going to be using the included fan. We're actually going to use the Kraken X62. We're now going to set the RAM by lining up the pins on the motherboard. This will be fairly easy as I'm using 4, so I'm going to use all 4 slots. So it doesn't matter which one I put in first. Just slide it in there, lining the pin up. Just like that, and then pushing at the same time. It should lock. Just like that. Now that we have all 4 of our DDR RAMs installed, we are now going to move to our case. We now have our case in front of us. What we're going to do is we're going to remove all of the panels. Now that we removed all our panels, we were going to put the motherboard in our case. Standoffs are already included. Now we're going to install the top and rear exhaust fans. We're going to use the NZXT Air RGB fans. Now, we're going to run the RGB out to the 140 side. And then we're going to take from the NZXT control box the in to the 140 fan. So now it's daisy chained. Now we're going to mount the 140 Air NZXT fan. That we installed our radiator. All we had to do was put the attached screws through the fan to the radiator, run the lines over there, change the bracket to the AMD bracket, and then seat the cooler right on top of the CPU. And using our thumb screws, we thumb screwed and tightened all four corners. Once that's done, we also did the DDR4. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to do all that, so just we're making it easy. Next, what we're going to do is finish installing the USB and the wires for the fans. We're going to take the attached fan cable here. We're going to plug it right on top, right up here. All right, push down. It'll fit nice and snug. And then you have a 3-pin fan cable right here. So let me adjust right there. You see it? Just right there, perfect. Now it's going to go right there in your CPU fan. I know it's 4, but it'll also fit a 3. Okay. Hands are kind of big. Fit down right in there. I'll push the cables down just like so, kind of tuck it away. We're going to run this to the side just right there. Try to cable management as we go. Since we're here, we're going to make this a little easy. We're going to go ahead and attach the CPU power cable. I always have problems with this, trying to keep it together. 4x4. Go ahead and run that through the back, just like that, with that opening right there. Controlling the lighting on our cooler. Right here. So that's going to plug in right on top here in this corner. Perfect. We're going to feed that back there as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and take care of our 24 pin power cable. Feed it through the back. I love this bar. It discreetly hides all of our cables for the most part. Just like that. Now, just go and connect the USB 3 It only goes in one way, but it's kind of... I bent the pin. All right, let me fix that. Maybe that'll work. Just like that. Okay. Now that we have the radiator installed and the cooler installed with our 32 gigabyte of DDR4 RAM at 3000 hertz. Next we're going to do is install the GPU. Again, we are going to go with the Strix Gaming graphics card Radeon RX 580. Now, we are either going to mount it this way, or I think we're going to mount it vertically, just like so. I think that's what we're going to do. To help that, we also have the Asia Horse vertical mount wiring, which will stand it up. So this will go in here like so, pushing that back, just like so. And then we will take the 2 screws off from here. Take the 2 covers off. Take this cover off. Push this down. We're gonna mount it just like we did, or just like we do a normal GPU. Put it there, push, and seat it in there, just like that. And then you're gonna take the GPU, slide it in your slots, just like so. Perfect. And then attach with the provided screws. Like so. And then that's how you vertically mount your GPU. There are other ways to do it that have it pushed back a little further. This is going to be right up against the glass. Well, that looks good. Just got our 4 TB hard drive.
Screws at the bottom.
Hard drive is mounted. We slide the hard drive tray right back in. Hard drive tray is mounted. You're going to now mount the SSD tray. .24 plugged in. The rest of the 24 pin plugged in. PCIe, check. My SATA cables, check. CPU, check. My peripherals, check. All right. Just slide this in here. Okay. Thread on, thread on. Thread on, all right. So before we finish tucking everything, let's check everything. Make sure everything's hooked up nice and neat. power. Right, let's power everything on. You guys ready? Oh, I see some lights. Let's power on. And she looks good. It's been a pleasure. Let me go ahead and finish wiring everything in the back, some wire management, and I'll get back to you.